Hey guys, welcome to another video where I will be talking about my experience running my first half marathon, my first Hyrox doubles, all in the space of 72 hours. So today it is Thursday, so I had the Hyrox doubles yesterday and then I had the half marathon on Sunday. So I'll talk about my half marathon experience first, since that's the one which happened first. So it's funny because at the start of this year, if you had told me, Lemar, you're going to be running a half marathon and a Hyrox in the space of 72 hours, I wouldn't have believed you, but I would have been like, cool, I can do that. Because this all happened, I think, about 5-6 weeks ago now, where we have a student group chat for our church, and one of the students there, he put a message in the group chat saying, guys, I'm running the Reading half marathon at this time. Does anyone want to join, or do you guys want to just come out and support us when we're running around? And I was thinking, I saw that message, I was like, never done a half marathon before. I do eventually want to do a marathon at some point, so it'll be a good thing to do. So I'm pretty sure within a couple of minutes, I was like, yes mate, I'm going to do the half marathon. Booked it a couple of days later. Then I think either that week or the following week, we went on our first run, and that was 5k. And to give you guys some context, before this, I've not run any further than 10k. So to then do the half marathon is running double as far as I've ever run before. So we did that 5k. That was kind of cool. That was quite light. And then, I don't know if I ran again for a week or two. Then afterwards, I was like, yo, I need to start getting some kilometers in. So first run was 13k. And I was like, cool. Not too bad. And when you book the half marathon, you kind of have to give them an indication of what time you think you're going to finish in. So I was like, I don't really know what a good time is. I think sub 2 hours is kind of good. So I'm pretty sure in my thing I put down expected time to finish was 2 hours. And I was like, cool, that's my goal, to run a sub 2 hours. And then I looked at it. I did my 13k run, and afterwards I was like, that's not bad. And then I searched up on GPT what pace is needed to run a sub 2 hours. And I think the pace to run a 2 hour, I think that's a 5-minute pace. No, or maybe even a 6-minute pace. Actually. Yeah, I think it's a 6-minute pace to run 2 hours. And I was like, yo, that's kind of slow. So in that first run, I was averaging 5 something. Then after that, I did another run, 15k, 17k, 19k, 20k. And I remember speaking to a friend of mine who's done like half marathon, building towards his marathon. He was like, I did my half marathon first one like a 120 something. I was like, wow. If he's running it that fast, then I really have to push myself as well then. So after that first run of 13k, averaging 5 something per kilometer, I already started to push myself and get close to like 4:30, 4:40 pace. Because then that would then help me get around a 1:30, 1:40 time for the half marathon. So from that 15, 17, 20k run, I really started to try average around a 4:30 pace. So one of the runs I did, the 17k one, that was on a treadmill. To be honest, I didn't really like that at all. It felt weird. It kind of feels unnatural. I don't think I'm going to do a long run on the treadmill for a while now. I prefer the other treadmill where you can control the pace yourself instead of just putting it on the screen or whatever. And then a week before, I was like, I need to get something close to the 21k. So I'll just do a 20k run and see how that goes. And that was kind of tough because the route I picked around my house, I managed to work out as I was running a 10k loop. But it was hilly. We had this one massive hill towards the start, which on the first loop, it was fine. When I got to that second loop, I'm pretty sure I was getting close to a 5-minute pace. And I was like, wow, this has absolutely killed me. So it took me a while after that big hill to get it back down to 4:30, 4:35 pace. But I managed to, which was good. And that 20k run I did in an hour 33. So I was like, cool. This is well on track to get a sub 140 half marathon. So yeah, that's week before, done all my training, energy gels, electrolytes, started carb loading a few days before, and it was all going well. And then Sunday, race day comes, feeling good, weather's lovely, get there, Reading, whatever, park up, and then we get the race started. And we have pacers for all the different waves, so The pacer who was kind of in my wave or in my group was the 155 pacer. But I was like, I need to get way ahead of this guy, far away from this guy, to get anything close to what I want to run. So good, run in super smoothly, past the 155 pacer from the start. Then I was just running, caught the 150 pacer. Then later on caught the 145 pacer. And then I think it's for like 2 or 3 kilometers towards the end. So I would have been about 18, I think 19k at this point. I'm trying to chase down this 140 pacer. Because I'm like, if I chase this guy down and overtake him, I've easily done a sub 140. But it was so hard because he seemed so close, yet so far away at the same time. So I was chasing him down, chasing that group down for so long. And I think we got 100 or so meters from the finish, and I managed to overtake him. I was like, yeah, good, I'm happy with that. But throughout the run, I was feeling pretty good for most of it, actually. So all of the training paid off well. And it was quite good being surrounded by so many people, because I just saw all of them as like little micro targets to help me achieve my goal of the sub 140. Because I'd overtake these people, overtake some more people, and just constantly have more and more people to overtake while still keeping to a pretty good pace. So I managed to average, I think, a bit under 4:30, which is faster than all of my previous runs. So I was super happy with that. And then, yeah, at the end, got my medal here, which is quite cool. Pretty cool medal. Says Green Park. There's a Green Park Reading Half Marathon. Got this little spinny thing. Hope you guys can see that. So yeah, I've not got a medal in a while. I got a bunch when I was a kid at school. It's quite cool to have a medal again. So yeah, super happy with this. And I've already booked next year's Reading Half Marathon again. If you want to run your first half marathon, it's literally just about getting the kilometers in. Just getting those weekly long runs in. I know some people do like a couple of long runs a week. Me, I found it perfectly fine to just do one long run every week, and that was easy. Build it up. Of course, I never run further than 10k, so getting 13, 15, 17, 20k in was super important for me to just be able to push myself to run that type of distance. Having the energy gels, electrolytes, keeping yourself nicely hydrated, carb loading beforehand, and keeping exercise pretty minimal before the run helps you to feel nicely rested and feel fresh for race day. After my run, I went straight to sauna, steam room, cold shower, all of that stuff to help with recovery, because I then had a Hyrox doubles a couple of days after. So Hyrox doubles was yesterday, and I found it so much easier than the half marathon. When I think about it, it's my favorite combination of stuff. You got running 1k repeats, which is easy, and then you just got a bunch of weights and cardio machines. So if you don't know what a Hyrox is, I'll put up some videos and photos of me completing all the different exercises. But essentially what it is, it's like a fitness race. You have 8 1 kilometer repeats, and in between each run, you've got a different exercise station. So you start off with 1,000 meters on the ski erg, and then you got sled push for 50 meters, sled pull for 50 meters, and after that you got 80 meter burpee broad jump, 1,000 meter row, farmer's carry, which is 200 meters, sandbag lunges, which is 80 meters, I think. Once you get to sandbag lunges, you know you're kind of close. You got one more exercise left. You got the 1k run, and then you finish off with 100 wall balls. And for me, the training and preparation was really good, because not all gyms have this, but my gym basically had everything I needed to do all of the Hyrox exercises, which I was super grateful for. I was able to do the ski erg, able to do the row. We had a little astro where I could do sled push, sled pull, get distances for the burpee broad jump, the sandbag lunges, also get distances for the farmer's carry as well. The only thing is I wish my gym had heavier kettlebells, because I then had to use dumbbells instead in order to go heavier. And that was another thing which definitely helped. Train heavier than the Hyrox, so that when you get to the Hyrox, it feels way easier. Because I was doing like 28 on the farmer's carry instead of 24, 25 on sandbag lunges instead of 20. I was pushing 165, 170 on sled push instead of the 152, pulling 115 or so on sled pull instead of the 103 or 102, which you have to do. So those are my two biggest tips. Just do the exercises over and over again and do a Hyrox simulation. So across 2 days, I did the whole Hyrox thing just because of timing. So that helped me get used to doing the 1K runs over and over again, doing everything basically tired. And so go over all the exercises as many times as possible. Just do them week in, week out, and then train heavier than you actually will have to do in the Hyrox. So when you get to the Hyrox, it just feels way easier. And this came about because one of the guys in my church signed up for Hyrox doubles. His partner wasn't able to do it. So he asked me and I was like, yeah, of course. I'd love to do a Hyrox. And it's actually kind of crazy for me because I remember watching videos of George Heaton, the CEO of Represent, do a bunch of training sessions with Hunter McIntyre. He's like the 3-time world Hyrox champion. So watching videos of them train for their Hyroxes, do their Hyroxes, and me be able to complete my own has been like a full circle moment for me. I actually have to do a big shout out to Hunter because he's the one who helped me get my burpee broad jump technique nailed. So I'll put up a clip of me doing it, but I was able to just do them so quickly, and that's all because I watched a video of him training with George, and then he talked about his technique on all of these different exercises. Hyrox doubles completing in the time of 1 hour 12. So I think we're going to do another one. We should be able to easily get under 70 minutes. I actually just loved that Hyrox. And it was just such a cool place, the Olympia Centre in Kensington. And it was funny because when I was there, I saw a bunch of people with backpacks and all these type of Velcro tags on their backpacks. Like, what are they? And then when you finish your Hyrox, you get one of these, and it's Velcro. So there are these specific Hyrox bags which have a Velcro bit on the back, so you can stick these on and basically show off to everyone how many Hyroxes you've done and all the different places. So this is here, Hyrox London Open Doubles 2026. And I hope to get quite a few more of those. And I'd like to do some international ones as well, like Cape Town, Hamburg, and wherever else. I've found something which is just the perfect athlete combination. You have to be very fast, very strong, very fit, and just literally combining everything. As I've been thinking about my training over the last couple of months, I want it to be tailored to basically a Hyrox athlete, just being good across all physical disciplines. Because of course, being strong is cool, being fast is cool, but being strong and fast is even better. So yeah, that's it. Half marathon, Hyrox doubles, completed in 72 hours. My experience of it. And I would highly recommend both of them. I think half marathon is a great thing to accomplish. And a Hyrox doubles is just so cool. If you want to get fit, want to get strong, then I'd highly recommend completing a Hyrox. And I think I'm going to complete a Hyrox singles probably sometime in the next couple of months. So I'll keep you guys updated on that. Half marathon, Hyrox, peace out.